Money mindset is what the rich have that the middle class and the poor don't have. The rich understand that it's not about saving your way to wealth. It's about creating your way to wealth. Think of the richest people. They're always getting more and more income, more and more equity, more and more value. The cup is always half full. They're always creating more. They understand that money is not scarce. You can go create money right now. You can go build a business. You can go sell more product. You can go have something in your business or in your life that is not tied to the time that you're spending. The rich understand this. The poor in the middle class, they think saving is what makes you rich, that they save their way to wealth. You've probably heard the old guy or somebody say, man, so-and-so, he's got millions of dollars. He saved his entire life. He lived way below his means, and now he's got millions of dollars saved up. Wow, that's amazing. But that guy's old. Who wants to be old? Who wants to be old and rich? You want to be rich right now. You can't take this save conservative mindset, not spending money, not taking risk on things, and expect to have a rich life, not a wealthy life when you're 70. Who wants to have $5 million when you're 70 when you can have $15, $20 million now? So the rich, the mindset that you need to shift in your life is to realize that you can always go make more money, that you can increase your income, that the one thing that you need to do is change the vehicle that you're in. If you're not in a vehicle that requires you or that enables you to go drastically increase your income. Maybe that's a sales job. Maybe it's a position at a company that your bonus is fixed to the income. I don't know what it is. But it's probably you eventually quitting that job and starting your own business, a business that has scalability to it, that can be scaled past the local level that I talk about on my channel, where you can drastically increase your income way more than working a job. That if you increase your income so much, it becomes really hard not to save. Okay, let me provide an example. When I was working a job, me and my wife were budgeting. We were making sure that before we started our business, we started an insurance agency 4 or 5 years ago. We help business owners, Wexford Insurance, WEXFORDINS.com, Wexford Insurance. And before then, we were saving stuff. We were budgeting. We can't overspend because we got to save this just in case this happens, just in case this happens, just in case this happens. We were saving, budgeting. And then we got around so many business owners at a wealthy, high net worth company that we're working at, dealing with those people. And I realized, man, my mindset's wrong. Their mindset is not saving. Their mindset is, how can I create more? How can I go create more income? How can I increase my income? Instead of me thinking, how can I decrease my expenses? You can only decrease your expenses to the minimum living cost that you have. You can increase your income as high as it can possibly go. So it's way easier to focus on the income than it is to focus on the expenses. So when me and my wife started our business 4 years ago, now our mindset shifted. We don't look at expensive things and say, man, how are we going to be able to save some money this month if we buy that? We look at the expensive things like, what can we do to go increase our income, go make money so we can afford that? What do we need to do to go make the money so we can go fly first class to Europe? What do we need to do to go potentially get a jet or charter a jet? What do I need to do to drive the Lamborghini? What needs to happen with my income to get there? Instead of, okay, how many years do I need to save to buy the Lamborghini? You're never going to save enough. You're never going to change your mindset from a saving mindset. I know so many people, they have tons of money. They still live conservatively. I'm like, you're 70, 60 years old. What are you saving it for? Nobody is waiting at the end of your life clapping. Way to go. Dave Ramsey is not waiting for you when you pass away, shaking your hand saying, great job, you saved all this money so your kids can go blow it. That's not what's happening, okay? Reality check, okay? Reality check here. The time is now. The time is to create, to increase. It's to focus on your income, not to focus on your expenses. And until you get in a vehicle that allows you to drastically increase your income, you're going to be stuck at a job which is just over broke. So you have to get in a position where you have control over your income. That could be a career, it could be a sales career or some sort of career where you can drastically increase your income. More often than not, it's not going to be a job. It's not going to be a career. It's going to be you starting a business that's scalable, that has the legs underneath it to where you can scale it to making millions of dollars a year. Not all businesses you can do that very easily, but there are a ton of business ideas that I've reviewed on my channel. If you go through my videos where I can go through and explain those business ideas. And if you're looking for a business idea, you're like, Nate, yep, you've convinced me today. I need to get out of being a freaking worker and get into being an owner. I have a book that I sell for $5. Before you switch away, why don't you just hear me out here? For $5, it goes through how you can find a business idea, how I rate business ideas, how I find business ideas to start. I have like 4 or 5 businesses that I own right now that bring in money because I use this same pattern to find business ideas, how I chart them. I review 500 business ideas every month and just chart them and say, where's the best opportunity? Am I overlooking this? What's going on? That book will help you do that. If you want a more intensive classroom setting, I have a course on my website. The link will be in the bio below. For $20, it's an intense multi-video approach where I'm talking directly on how to do these things, providing strategy. Maybe you need to buy a business. I go through that as well with no money down, with using owner financing. If you want something even more intense and custom, I do calls. I do calls weekly with different people. I charge $100 for 30 minutes, $200 for an hour. So if you are looking for a mentor, looking for resources, I have very inexpensive resources, and I have calls that just value my time, which may be expensive to some, may not to others. So if you are looking for help in this subject, if you want to change your mindset, change your trajectory in your life to becoming wealthy, to starting to go towards being rich, stop accepting where you're at. Stop accepting the paycheck to give up on your dreams and start moving forward towards becoming an owner so you can get rich today. Change this mindset and you'll realize that you can afford anything if you focus on your income. You can afford only what you save if you focus on your expenses. As always, please like and subscribe and take care. Thanks.